okay with it. Oh, you're supporting it? Then Senator Hall, if you would like to present. Do we have a quorum first?
No, we don't.
We don't.
We need one more.
We need one more member, so we'll start as a subcommittee. And Senator Hall, would you please present Senate Bill 399? This is a hearing of the Senate Committee on Natural Resources on Water. We have one bill before us today, and the subject is tidelands and submerged lands in the city of Los Angeles. Please begin.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I'll be as brief as possible. Madam Chair and Senators, SB 39 will grant the City of Los Angeles the ability to grant franchises, permits, or leases in the port and waterfront communities of San Pedro and Wilmington for a term not to exceed 66 years. The Port of LA and the surrounding San Pedro Wilmington communities are closely linked to its history and commercial activity along its waterfront. Over the years, due to an expansion in port activity and reduction of other commercial and residential developments, the waterfront area now offers only isolated areas of successful visitor-oriented commercial enterprises amidst a growing inventory of abandoned, vacant, and underutilized areas. So SB 39 will provide the City of Los Angeles with a regulatory tool to promote new waterfront-related enhancements, development, and economic opportunities while maintaining the integrity of the State Tidelands Trust. This bill will support bold actions taken by the City of Los Angeles to improve and better connect the Los Angeles waterfront area to tourists and the community, generate enhanced public and private investment, promote transit use, create jobs, and increase public access to the waterfront. I respectfully ask for your aye vote, and we have Andrew Antweet with the City of Los Angeles here in support of the measure.
Yes, Mr. Antweet, would you like to say a few words, please? Welcome.
Yes, a few words. Thank you, Madam Chair. Andrew Antweet here today on behalf of the City of Los Angeles. We're proud to sponsor this measure. And simply put, this brings the Port of Los Angeles into parity with other communities that have tidelands property within their jurisdiction. It gives us the option of attracting more investment towards upgrading the ports of call area, which is an area that would provide public access. We can attract more of the community to get a benefit from these tidelands, and it furthers the purpose of the Tidelands Act in that it makes these port areas more attractive to those who want to visit and get the benefit of these properties that have been are held in trust on behalf of the state. So with that, we ask for your aye vote, and I'm also proud to express support from the Pacific Merchant Shipping Association,
Which is not listed on the back. It was a late letter, but thank you for pointing out there is no opposition to the bill, and you can see members on the back side of your information sheet, the support list. Let's go ahead and call the roll to establish a quorum.
Senators Pavley.
Here.
Stone. Aye. Allen. Here. Hertzberg.
Aye. Here.
Hueso. Jackson. Here. Monning.
Here.
Vidak.
Here.
Wolk.
Here.
Okay, we're all here. Let's see if there's anyone here wishing that is here present who would like to add on in support of the measure. Probably here for other bills. Okay, anyone in opposition to the measure? We have not received any notice of opposition. There's been a motion by Senator Wolk. Any questions? Yes, Senator Hertzberg.
Where are we going the night of the 16th? You know, is this is just for the City of Los Angeles to go, because we have the whole overlapping jurisdictions of the State Lands Commission, correct? And is this to securitize? I apologize, I came in late, but you know, I dealt with this Catalina Island company many years ago and unfortunately became submerged, if you will, in this issue some 30-some years ago and spent a lot of time with this, and this is a really tricky issue. But is this for securitizing deals that you can finance or something? Why would you, what's the 16 years for? 50-year deal is a long time. I'm trying to understand that this is all about economics. It only has to be about economics. So tell me what the financing is on this.
Senator, through the author, this is for setting the maximum duration of the term of a lease.
I know that.
And the idea is the council member that represents the area has reached out to the community and it wants to upgrade the Port to Call. It's
a financing
dilapidated.
deal.
And it would attract more investment. And these are public access spaces. And so
I got that.
the
So
longer
what's
lease
the
term does
reason
attract more
You
investment.
can finance a deal in 50 years. You finance bonds in 30 years. This is simply, and what's the, what I'm trying to understand is why, it's a weird thing. You know, you usually have 99-year leases, you got 50-year leases, you got 30 leases. There's kind of a certain custom and practice in the financing business. I'm just trying to understand just very quickly, what does this do for you on the financing play that you couldn't otherwise do? Is this a book, this is from?
Well, we were going to ask for 75 years.
Yeah.
And we worked with the department to agree to 66 years to reduce. It gives developers better security to know that you have 66 years as opposed to 30 years on an investment securitization and structural unstructured there in the port area. And so, I mean, would you prefer us to amend the bill to add 75 years?
I'm agnostic. All I was trying to understand is a finance guy was I mean, obviously, if you gave somebody a 700-year lease, it's worth more money in terms of being able to sell it and how you make a play, right? When you go finance stuff, you finance it over time. It just, they were 75 years. I don't really care. I'm not against it. I just was curious.
Well, if Long Beach, for instance, has a similar deal, the Port of Long Beach, and I believe theirs is 75 years. We were originally asking for 75 years to be in parity with Long Beach, but we.
Long Beach has a 50 plus 25.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's right. And so we decided
Civil
to.
Code does the 66 years.
Is that what
Right.
you got? I noticed in the analysis.
718.
Yes,
Paragraph
that was
4.
a compromise with the Lands Commission.
This was a compromise, right? This was a compromise with the Lands Commission. We wanted to be in parity with Long Beach at 75. The Lands Commission disagreed with that, asked us to reduce ours for whatever reason, I don't know, but we took the amendment of 66 years.
Probably wants a bill signed, so,
That's correct.
Senator Allen?
Well, just so I better understand it, though, paragraph 4 of the analysis mentions this magical 66 years, and is that where you got the 66 years from?
That's correct. We just didn't come up with 66 years. It was a compromise with the department. We asked for 75 years. I don't know why the department asked for 66.
So it just says existing law prohibits any public trust lands from being leased more than 66 years unless the grantee's statute specifies the term for which granted lands may be leased. So that's basically, that allows for any kind of flexibility. If you,
Within the 66, yeah. Right. Okay. Just curious. Seems a little bizarre.
I mean, but, if you're kind to do 75, we'll min it back.
I would suggest that you stick
It's
with
fine.
what was negotiated with the State Lands Commission, since this is not an exercise. And you can always come back in next year and amend it differently. Let's see if there are any other questions. If not, there is a motion by Senator Volk. Senator Hall, would you like to close?
I thank you for your staff for working with our office and coming to some type of agreement on this piece of legislation, and I would like to request respectfully an aye vote.
And the motion specifically is that we're requesting the Assembly amendments be concurred in, which is one more reason you don't want to change that. That's correct. All right.
Senators Pavley.
Aye.
Pavley, aye. Stone. Stone, aye. Allen. Allen, aye. Hertzberg. Hertzberg, aye. Hueso.
Aye.
Hueso, aye. Jackson. Jackson, aye. Monning.
Aye.
Monning, aye. Vidak.
Aye.
Vidak, aye. Volk. Volk, aye. That's out. 9-0.
Okay, 9-0.
Thank you. Thank you, senators.
Natural Resources Committee is adjourned.